Okay, can you imagine, no? On the stage with me, okay, the total earning for 2022 of the top of the 3 people here on stage is 130 million pesos. Okay? 130 million pesos for 2023. Okay? 130 million pesos. Yan po yung kinita ng tatlo na nasa stage ngayong araw na to. So, siguro I will give the first question, no, to Zack Lopez because he earned 56 million pesos last year and the year before 51 million pesos. Zack, tell me about your 2022. Parang ganun ba siya? Parang pag nakita ng mga taong walang alam sa negosyo mo or nakita ng mga downlines mo, ay grabe, ang sarap ng buhay ni Zack. 51 million, naging 56, di ba? Walang kahirap-hirap, dumaas. Ganun mo ba ika-characterize yung 2022 mo na walang kahirap-hirap, 51, naging 56, or marami ka rin pinagdaanan ng 2022? Well,
in Tagalog or
it's up to you, Mr. Call Center for 1 year.
Carabao only. You know Carabao? Tigidig, kabayo pala yun.
Ay, para sa Tagalog, bobo to eh.
Anyway, kidding aside, to our African fans, no? I want to deliver it in Tagalog. For most of all here, I believe, no? I can connect them. I can connect with them well in Tagalog. Anyway, Sir Tom is very good in translating in English. Or in Tagalog, baka mas makakonek ako sa mga tao nandito pag Tinagalog. Anyway, sobrang ako pasalamat kay Sir Tom, no? Kay Madam, of course, no? Siyempre sa Panginoon natin, na from 51 to 56 million, ano ba ang pinagdaanan? Ang magandang tanong ni Sir, kung ako mag-iintindi, puro sarap lang ba yun or ano ba ang meron? Okay. I believe 2022, ano siya maraming masarap. Yes, kasama yun eh. Pero again, tanggap naman natin na bilog ang mundo. So yung kabaliktaran is na masarap, may challenge din. Diba? Nagpo-focus na lang ako sa rewards. Ano ba mga pinagdaanan? Ang maganda kasi is even very challenging ang network marketing. Pahabaan to ng pasensya. Pero ang rewards naman, pahabaan din ng pera. Yun ang kapalit eh, di ba? So, 2022 nag-adjust tayo, no? Nag-adjust tayo ng post-pandemic, di ba? Sabi nga ni Serto, most of the companies talagang tumapak 2022 or bumaba ang sales. Buti na lang, ako kasi is pagka-supply na, di ba? Or bago pa sumapply, nagtatanong na ako kay Serto. Para maagapan, no? Hindi yung kadaleche na wala nang move, walang next move, or butas na nakarayo para maagapan siya. Kaya agad-agad nagtatanong na ako kay Sir kung anong pwedeng solusyon. Kaya from 51, naging 56 pa rin siya, even the economy, tumaas ang gasolina, tumaas ang dollar, maraming kumpanya hirap na hirap because of the changes, no, na post-pandemic na, di ba? So, sa akin, Sir, hindi na lang nandiyan ka, na even though may challenging moments, kaya nagpasa. Kaya from 51, nag-56 po.
Thank you, Zack. Meron text na dumating dito sa akin. Sabi niya, pwede bang tanungin natin yung mga top 3? Sabi niya kasi ang pinagdaanan namin, nawalan ng downline, ang namin daw challenges, kaliwat kanan. So gusto nila malaman kung ang top 3 ba, nawawalan din ba ng downlines? Kung ang top 3 ba, nagkakaroon din ba ng challenges?
Thank you, gandang question, no? Yes, last year, nawalan din ako ng downline. I've lost a lot of downline last year. Yes, even closest downline to me, a relative, hindi na ako mag-name drop, no? But a very close downline to me, again, was siguro in lack of a better term for me, was sa sulso. Nasulsulan, yan. To the point that ibig daw ako, to the point na makamundo daw si Iper, with all the Bible verses around magaling bumagsak. So nalugaw yung utak. Since nalugaw yung utak, wala, even kumitan 2 million last year. Parang going back to old Filipino tradition, money is the root of all evil. And even me, I was being judged na evil daw ako. Sabi ko, paano pa naging evil ang Mercedes Benz? Diba? Ano ba naging masama yung Rolex? Tama? But, again, for me, I believe it was misjudged. Hindi naman kasi member, hindi naman kasama, and hindi naman naiintindihan yung system. Ang nakikita lang, yung post, di ba? Nakikita lang bakit daw kailangan bumili ng Mercedes, bakit kailangan bumili ng Rolex, bakit kailangan bumili ng LB. No, pwede naman sikosana. Yung kasyo. Yung kasyo may oras din. But they don't understand the system. So, being righteous, no, or so-called self-righteous, no, daming kabisadong Bible verses, diba? So, they can justify using siguro 1,000 of verses, diba? Na they don't know na si Iper, napakaraming tinulungan. Diba? Iper Tristor lang, libo-libo na kinapang mga panahon wala na may tulungan ng gobyerno. Tama? Yung mga taong pinayaman natin, yung mga taong mapuputulan ng kuryente, yung mga taong matatanggalan ng tubig, yung mga taong wala ng pamasahe, magbenta lang ng perndi, as simple as that, nakasurvive during the pandemic. Tama? Hindi nga lang nag-survive, nag-thrive pa. Yumaman, nagbago buhay. Tama? Nakatulong sa pamilya, kamag-anak, kaibigan, whatsoever. Ang na-highlight lang is some part na ginagamit na taon tradisyon is the rutopol living. Ang magandang part, hindi na pinapakita, tinatapunan ng mga out of context the Bible verses. Kaya yung malugaw yung utak ng tao hanggang sa yung tao hindi na alam yung gagawin. Kaya from there, wala na, supply na, bumabaling ka. Bakit? Paglugaw na yung utak ng tao, hindi na makadiskarte, hindi na makahatap. And siyempre, may kapalit yun. Tama? So since gano'n na nangyayari, yung tao, demotivated, degraded, hindi humataw, nawala. So even ako, di ba, considering direct ko na yun, nangyayari pa sa akin. Buti na lang, talagang even wala ako dito, even wala ako sa office, no, pagka yung regular talk ni Serto, naikinig ako sa live. Kaya pinanghahawakan ko yung mga strong words ni Serto na pag may nawala, may kapalit. At yung kagabi, nasagot ko nga doon sa comment ko kay Serto, is pinakita 10 years ago, sabi ko, di ba, kawawa naman yung nawala. Di ba, pati yung empleyado ng DSM nawala, di ba? So sabi ko, kawawa naman yun. Ang swerte ng tumuloy. Kasi yung tumuloy, mayaman na ngayon. So, in summary, my answer is that this is a topic lang, no? Or just keep the faith strong, no? Because we are so lucky. Yung Amerikano kasi pagka nakukulangan ako imbis na Tagalog ko na. But then again, no? is yung mga tumuloy, di ba? Nag-hold sa vision ni Serto, yumaman. Pero kung yung struggle, ay marami yan. Di ba? Ang pinakamaganda lang, maliban sa yung mayaman, yung personality, yung character, di ba? Yung discipline, yung pagkatao ng pagkatao is umaangat.
Okay, thank you, Zack. Thank you, Mr. Universe, for that answer. So, let me translate to our friends. I asked Zack, at the person of your level, do you still have challenges? And in my question, from a text message sent to me, he said, do people in the top 3 still lose leaders? Do they still lose people? And Zack, shared that 2022 was full of challenges. There was a post-pandemic attitude, there was the war, and the increase in gasoline prices, the increase in foreign currency exchange rate. But still, he was lucky that his income went up from 51 million to 56 million. But this did not happen overnight, and the year was full of challenges as well. And he even lost one direct, somebody very close to him. Last year earned 2 million pesos, but still decided to stop doing the iPhone business because he was affected by relatives who were sharing Bible verses to him and saying that the money is the root of all evil. Saying that buying a Mercedes-Benz is evil, saying that buying a Rolex is evil. So that was the question of Zack. How can a Mercedes be evil? How can a Rolex be evil? Let me add my own comment. It is not money that is the root of all evil. It is the lack of money that is the root of all evil. Ang kawalan ng pera, yun ang nag-uumpisa lahat ng kasamaan sa mundo. Dahil walang pera, nagnakaw. Dahil walang pera, nag-snatch. Tama? Dahil nawalan ng pera, di ba? Nandukot. Nagnakaw sa opisina. Tama? Kawalan ng pera. Yun yung totoong rason. It's not the lack of money. It's the lack of money that is the root of all evil. Okay, so for Zack Lopez, having earned 56 million, I think he was top 1 on iPhone for 3 years. Am I correct? 3 years straight. So top 1 of iPhone is still can lose leaders. Okay? Because we do not control the mind of the people around us or under us. Just to share about the person who questioned earlier, he was so surprised that even presidential director can give up. Okay? Understand that iPhone is just a business. When the husband and wife, married together for so many years, have children together, if a husband and wife can give up on each other, even if they have children together, why cannot they give up even when they're presidential director? iPhone is a business. Okay, husband and wife have a life together, have children together, they can give up. So doesn't make iPhone immune to people giving up. Because they did not give up because of iPhone. They give up because it's their decision. Okay? So even Zack Lopez can have downlines to give up. So if you're an associate or a builder or a team builder or a field vice president, senior field vice president, and you have downlines to give up, it's normal. Okay? Understand, even me. I have 001 who have give up. When I showed pictures last night, look at this picture, only chairman is here. In that picture, there were several 001, and they stopped doing iPhone. Vice President, they stopped working in iPhone. So many people give up because of their own reason. Okay? So I will give the same question to Lacerna, because as our 001, what are the challenges that you went to in 2022, and in spite of all of these challenges, you earned 31 million pesos.
Sir, yung question ko kanina, coming top 3, even po ako, hindi po ako exempted na nawawalan din talaga ng mga leaders. As Sir Tom said, hindi po natin kasi kontrolado yung mga isip, and of course, yung bawat tao, minsan active, minsan hindi. Sa akin, marami din po talagang challenges ng 2022, aside sa health challenges. come and go. We just need to accept na may mga tao na magiging kasama ka, no, na nandyan. Meron din mga tao na for a certain time, nandyan lang din. Na pwedeng mawala din. So, what is important is yun po, sir, yung lagi natin tinuturo, no, na basta huwag na huwag ka lang titigil, no, yung mga tao, no, yung sa akin na challenge, yung mga tao na nawala, no, by 2023, sigurado ako, papalitan ko ng mas marami. Sir, yes, of course, na yung naging challenge ko po nung neto lang nung last quarter. So, I was in North, no, and yun, we have plan na magkaroon po tayo, sir, ng Prosperity Road Tour sa Baguio, no, and super excited ako, no, kasi it was a plan na talagang gusto ko talaga ni Madam na magkaroon ng Prosperity Road Tour sa Baguio. So, syempre, I want her to be proud, no? I want si Sir na maging proud na ganun yung nangyayari sa North. So, ang ginawa ko, Sir, I plan to stay sa North, no? And kumuha ko ng apartment ko, no? Ng patio ko sa Baguio. And yun, every week, no? I stay there ng mas maraming time. Every Wednesday, pupunta ako dito. So, since nasa North ako, napakabilis ko pong maikutan yung Benguet area, yung Pangasinan, yung La Union, and of course, yung Nueva Ecija, and yung mga malalapit po. No? So, naiikutan ko siya. So, I started August, no, para sabi ko nga, no, ang kinukuha ko po kasi dun sa Baguio is yung convention, sir. So, medyo malaki yun, parang metro, din po, parang metro 10, mas malaki pa. So, gusto ko siyang mapuno. So, pinag-preparahan ko talaga siya, no? Gusto ko na makapag-massive activities sa North, no, for 3 months para pagdating ng Prosperity Road Tour, no, talagang mapakita ko na, wow, grabe yung nangyayari. So, yun po, kilala din naman po ako nung napakarami, no? Wala po akong kaartehan, no? Minsan kahit may nararamdaman na, no? At napapagod na, inom lang natin ng mga kailangan natin, active, vitamins. So talagang sobrang excited po talaga ako na paputokin yung North. So, and then, hindi ko in-expect, no? Sa kata-travel ko, nung pababa, akyat ulit. No, hindi ko napapansin na yun nga, yung likod ko pala, nagkakaroon ako ng problema. And matagal ko na din yun, sir, na nararamdaman siguro 1 year na. Pero hilig lang ako lagay-lagay ng mga pahil-pahil lang dyan. Kasi sabi ko, pahinga lang naman. Kasi, maliw talaga, sir, walang kapaguran. So, yun, until may one event kami, no, na nasa La Union, and hindi na po maganda yung nangyayari sa akin kasi na-experience ko yung sobrang sakit na ng ulo na take na ako ng power trio, and nag-take din ako ng pain reliever. So, talaga siya nawawala. Tapos, ginawa ko, tinuloy-tuloy ko para lang dinala ko sa doktor, nung pagtingin sa akin, sir, paghawak pa lang ng doktor ko, kita niya agad sa likod ko, sabi niya, bakit ganito to? So, yun po, yung doktor ko nag-request siya na immediate na kailangan po akong i-therapy kasi yung sobrang nararamdaman ko, sabi niya, baka mamaya bigla kang ma-paralyze. So, sobrang kaba ko nun kasi nga po, syempre parang sabi ko, grabe, nagulat ako kasi hindi ko po yun in-expect kasi syempre sabi ko, bugbog naman ako ng ng mga multivitamins, no, at lagi naman nagtitake ng mga products, so hindi ko siya in-expect. Tapos yung sinabi sa akin yun, parang syempre lungkot ako, sir, kasi sabi ng doktor ko, kailangan tuloy-tuloyin mo, baka pwedeng humingi ka ng rest kasi pag hindi mo siya itinigil at hindi ka nag-rest, baka kung anong mangyari sa iyo. Kasi nakwento po ng kapatid ko na medyo matigas yung ulo niya, hindi nakikinig. Kasi gusto laging nasa dugo na niya yung magtrabaho. So, yun po, no? Until, ang dami ko, sir, realization na nag-flashback sa akin yung nangyari sa akin the whole year, no? And yung mga, even nag-start ako kay Ivor na sabi ko, grabe grabe na po yung ginawa sa akin ni Ivor. Sobrang binago na, sir, yung buhay ko. Tapos, yun, sir, yung one time na nag-message ako sa inyo na parang, sir, na-down ako kasi di po ako sanay na wala akong ginagawa. Pag isang araw, pinulong mo ako sa bahay na nasa bahay lang, parang ako magkakasakit. So, yun, parang sabi ko na-down ako kasi hindi ako makagalaw, parang hindi ito yung normal na ginagawa ko ng araw-araw. So, talagang mas naisip ko, what if yung sinabi sa akin ng doktor na pag hindi ko talaga tinigil na baka ma-paralyze ako, ano yung ko, parang si Vincent. So, maraming sir, na down din talaga ako. And, yun, sabi ko nga, nag-decide ako, sir, na sir, payagan mo na ako. Ituloy ko na talaga na dire-diretso kasi nag-start po na talaga yung mga activities namin sa mini ladies and grabe yung samahan namin sa mini ladies. Parang pag isang araw na 1 week na absent, parang ang dami ko nami-miss. So, yun, ask din ako kay madam na payagan ako. Sabi niya, go lang des, magpahinga ka lang. So, yun po, isa po yun sa mga challenges na pinagdaanan ko ng 2022. And napakarami kong napakarami ko pong realization. No, during that time na talagang sobrang hirap na hirap ako, sir, matulog sa gabi sa sobrang sakit kasi every after ng therapy ko talaga pong halos para akong nagpangkulay. So, iniisip ko na, sabi ko, paano kaya yung future ko? Tapos, bigla akong, nung na-feel ko din na nagda-down ako, bigla akong napaalalahanan ulit na sobrang blessed ko pala talaga kay Ivor. Kasi nung tinitingnan ko, sir, yung lahat ng nangyari sa akin, tapos, yun nga, yung cellphone ko, sabi ng doktor ko, pwede bang bitawan mo muna yan? Kasi nakikita niya po kahit nung every therapy ko or nasa doktor ako, talagang hindi po ako tumitigil ng kapipindot ng cellphone. So, ayun, na-realize ko na sabi ko, sobrang blessed ko talaga kasi kahit may pinagdadaanan sa health, yung cellphone ko, walang tigil, sir, ng tunog ng tunog, no? Ng 16 ng 16 ng 16. medyo sobrang laking challenge po sa akin yun. So, ayun, since medyo nawala po ako ng ilang buwan din, no, may mga nawala din, pero ang good news naman po, ang isa sa mga sobrang na-appreciate ko is yung sistema po no, na tinuturo natin, no, na napakaganda talaga ng iFern, no, especially kung gagawin mo talaga siya at didibdibin mong seryosohin talaga siya. No, kasi every time mag-NDO tayo, no, sinasabi natin na this is one of the best business na pwede mong salihan, na dadating yung time natutulog ka, kumikita ka. Dadating yung time na nagpapakasyon ka, kumikita ka. No, yung sa akin, no, medyo hindi lang maganda lang. Dadating yung time na kahit magkasakit ka, kumikita ka. And napatunayan ko po yun. And yun ngayon, mas sobrang, kaya sabi ko po kahapon, no, recover ako. No, sobrang excited ako, sir, kasi sabi ko, kung yung may sakit nga, no, na kumikita, excited ako, sir, dun sa isang version naman na yung super nagbabakasyon talaga ako na wala akong sakit, pero million yung kinikita. So, yun, I'm so excited, sir, na mag-build, no, ng mas double, mas triple this 2023. No, and given po, no, yung mga taong nawawala, no, babalik din sila, nandyan lang sila, no, pero importante, no, nagdadagdag po tayo ng nagdadagdag, no, ng mga bagong tao. No, syempre, yung tagline natin lagi, no, new line is the key, hindi lalaki yung income po natin. No, kung hindi tayo magbubuo, no, ng mga bago.
Okay, thank you very much, Des. No? Ako, saksi ako, no? Nung nagpahinga si Des, no? Siyempre may mga downlines din na medyo spoiled, no? Since hindi lang nasuportahan ni Des na sumigil na sa ibang kumpanya. And I remember, no, those days I was so worried na, no, message ko si Des sa lahat, text message, messenger, Viber, lahat ng message ko hindi siya sumasagot, no? Actually, hindi nababasa, hindi niya nakikita yung message. So, kinakabahan ako. Tapos, sabi ni Madam, baby, pupuntahan namin, no? We will mobilize the mini ladies, bibisitahin namin si Des, no? And very happy naman na nabisita sila ni Des, no? Nabisita nila si Des, no? And sabi nga si Des nag-message sa akin, Sir, sobrang saya ko, no? Kasi binisita ako ni Madam kasama yung mini ladies. Just to translate very quickly in English, no? I asked also Des, no? If someone at your level, are you still losing people? And she said that yes, no, in the 3 months that I was sick, no, I had some downlines to stop, no, and it was so difficult for a workaholic like her. She was preparing for a big event, no, in the north. This is in the mountainous region of the Philippines. Is an area where we have cold weather. Is 5 to 6 hours by car, no, away from here. And she would be there every week, but she would come back on Wednesdays to do the mini ladies Wednesday. And then after she would go back because she was preparing for a big event of this size in the Baguio Convention Center. So she was very busy going back and forth. She didn't mind, but she was always having back pain. She was having back pain for more than a year. And then when it came to a point that even having massages, no, she was not getting well, and the people around her family got very worried. Have her have a checkup with the doctor, and the doctor saw a big lump on her back and said, if you do not take care of this will be a cause for your paralysis. So that was a very big health concern. So finally, she needed to listen to the doctors. She needed to stop working every day. She needed to stop traveling back and forth, no, to this faraway place. And she needed to stop using her cell phone also. Because when you're using your cell phone, you strain your eyes, no? You strain your back when you do like this, you strain your neck. So, she only turned on her cell phone when she was scheduled to go to the doctor. And every time she turned on her cell phone, she would get at least 50 messages. 1,006 times 50 message. Okay, so that's about 100,000 in income every time she turned on her message. And she said she finally, was able to prove that there is indeed leveraging in iFern because even when she's sick for 3 months, her income did not stop. even when she lost leaders, her income did not stop. And she said, how can, if somebody who is sick is earning a lot, what if now she's 100% healthy? She's very excited, no, to conquer 2023 because she has realization that iFern is the right business because even she was sick, her income did not stop. And just to share, no, one very quick info, I think before the year ended or just entered into the new year, a 002 from a international networking company joined the network of DES, no, under her husband Arvin Lacerna. So because Madam and I, we always teach that when you lose somebody, somebody better comes along. Okay? So everybody, huwag po kayong matakot pag may nawala, meron pong mas maganda, mas magaling, mas gwapo na papalit na dadating sa buhay ninyo. So let me give the same question to Alex. No, Alex having earned 27 million last year. Okay, so what are the challenges that you have gone through in 2022 to earn this 27 million?
Hello. I will also do my best to speak in English, alright?
Being a call center trainer, no, earning 70,000 a month, we expect you to speak in English and prove to the African friends that being a call center trainer is something important.
Okay. Naka-pressure pala pag ikaw na. Okay.
By the way, for everybody who's thinking, oh, these top earners, do they still get nervous? You know, you see the three nervous faces here up on top with me. Huh? Especially when you ask them to speak in English, the nervous is double.
Okay, actually, it's just, what do you call that? A weird thing. Same question. By the way, I learned last morning, Nation, alright? Luzon, besides Mindanao, and of course, our African leaders, I had the same question earlier when our Davao group had their breakfast, and they actually asked the same question, if we were able, or if attrition in our state is still present. And my answer was, it goes like this. In any company, even new employees, like sync to the presentation of Sercom yesterday, even if you were able to make it to 10 years, a decade, 11, 12 years, there would be some people that they are going to resign, alright? And even for those people who has a small enterprise, small business, or even big businesses, there would also come a point that they are going to stop operation and they are going to put up another. So what I'm trying to say here, that attrition is always present. That is something that we cannot stop, but that is something that we can manage. And I apply to them. Hope you are here, Davao. I cannot hear you. There. Okay. How's the breakfast? Okay. So I applied what I told them, Sir Tom, what you've been telling to us, because people, we can only do so much. We can only do so much. People come and go. People that come to our lives has three main reasons. For a reason, for a season, and for lifetime. Normally, for those people who really or reach that kind of entrepreneurial mindset, those are the people that you are going to be along with your life as long as you reach a certain age, but you actually have the same wavelength, then from start to finish you will be still together again. And I also injected that in relation to we can only do so much. The people, Sir Tom, the company keep on innovating to really match the needs of every individuals or leaders, distributors. It's just that if you alone cannot push yourself, well then nobody does. And if you are going to notice all those top 20s, let's say top 30s, those are the people who embrace and love the iPad system. And that's the reason why they are there in that pedestal, why they are there on that ranks, because of that. So, to address the concern, if we are still facing the challenges up to this level, yes. But this time, we were able, because of the experience, we were able to manage it. I'm not saying we were able to champion it, but what's a good thing is we were able to manage it at this point in time. So I still do believe that wisdom or the maturity comes from the experience, not just only by the age. Example, if I'm 28 and then I turn 29 and then I turn 30, nothing happened to me. And then it means I didn't grow, I didn't learn something new. But if on my age 28, I was able to expose like for some kind of cases or some difficult situations, and then by the time I turned 29, I was able to face and to apply solution on my 29th year. And on the 30th, so on and so forth. So what I'm trying to say is that the maturity comes for those people who would able to face those challenges and at the same time to address and apply solution for that. So again, at this point in time, you were able to face challenges, but because of iPad system, because the intelligence of Sertong, the vision, we were able to apply solution, and this time on a easy breezy manner. Thank you.
Was that clear to you? You understand? In Tagalog, pagtapos ng 28, 29, 30. Ito, walang katapusan na tanong. Ganda ng sagot ni Alex, no? Sabi niya, kahit na sa mundo nga ng empleyado di ba? May mga nagre-resign din. So, huwag niyo isipin na walang magre-resign sa iPad kasi yung sa mundo nga ng pagtatrabaho or pagiging empleyado, nagre-resign nga di ba? Sabi nga, kami, bilang amo, di ba? May mga empleyado ka lahat, binigay mo na. Lahat ng pag-unawa, binigay mo na. Nagkasakit yung anak, nagbigay ka ng pera. Yung asawa na wala ng trabaho, binigyan mo ng pera. Meron ako mga empleyado, 1 taon hindi nagtatrabaho sa akin, may sweldo pa rin. Ending, nag-resign pa rin, lumipat ng kumpanya. Nung may sakit, habang may sakit, binibigyan ko ng sweldo, nung gumaling, nag-resign. Okay? So lahat binigay mo na, aalis pa rin siya sa'yo, for whatever reason. So sa iPhone, ganun din. Kahit na ano yung tulong na ibigay mo, kahit na gano'ng kalaki yung kinita, kung gusto niya tumigil, titigil siya. Diba? Sabi ko nga, si iPhone, biktima ng magandang sistema rin. Kasi, noong 2020, 2021, natanggal sila sa trabaho, pinauwi bilang OFW, pinauwi bilang seaman. Tapos, wala na silang ibang sasandalan, wala na silang ibang sandigan, kundi iPhone. Pero nung nagbukas yung ekonomiya, nagtawag ulit yung mga amo nila sa ibang bansa, iniwan ang iPhone at bumalik. Okay? So, nasaan yung utang na loob, nasaan yung pasasalamat, di ba? Iniwan nila yung iPhone na mas malaki yung income kasama yung pamilya, bumalik sa ibang bansa. Okay? So, kung yan, pwedeng mangyari sa atin, pwede yan mangyari sa inyo anytime. No? Rejection lang yan, no? Napagalitan mo lang yan, titigil yan. Kasi, yung kung anong gusto gawin ng tao, wala tayong magagawa eh. Yun yung nasa pag-iisip nila eh. Kung pinili nila makinig sa maling tao, maging mali rin yung desisyon na gagawin nila. Okay? So just to translate in English very quickly, I was sharing that in the world of employment, people resign every day. Okay? If in the corporate world, you give them the benefit, Medicare, dental care, you give them the bonus, you give them a very nice office, you give them a company car, you give them everything. But at the end of the day, they still resign, they still transfer to a different job, or they transfer to a different country, or maybe they get married and then they resign, right? So anybody can influence their decision and they can stop. So in iPern is the same. Now here in the Philippines, we have a lot of contract workers, we have a lot of seamen who were working abroad, but because of the pandemic, they were sent back to the Philippines, and for 2 years, They were doing the iPhone business for 2 years. They were earning from iPhone business. But the moment the economy opened up, the moment their employers from abroad called them to go back, they left iPhone business. They forgot all of the 2 years that they were earning big money in iPhone, equal or better than their income abroad. And they were with their families, but still they decide to go back to their employer. So, do not expect gratitude. Do not expect thanks. Huwag kayong aasa na magpapasalamat, huwag kayong mag-aasa na may utang na loob sila. Ako bilang presidente ng networking company from firm to iFirm, sobrang daming beses na akong sinaksak sa likod. Hindi lang sinaksak, inikot pa yung kutsilyo. No, in English, I was telling them, as the president of two networking companies, Fern and iFirm, so many leaders, so many people who earn millions still stab me in the back. After they stab me in the back, they turn the knife and make it even more painful. So when I was talking with Patrick about his problems with South African leaders, I said, it happened to me also. I'm better looking than you, I'm smarter than you, but still happened to me. So expect it will happen and it will continue to happen. Okay? Because that is the way of the world. Because that is human nature. No matter what we give, they will not be satisfied. No matter what they give, they will always think there's something more. No matter what they give, they will still not be happy. Okay? No matter how much you show their heart, they will think that you're the enemy because you have a different mindset than them. Because they think they know better for their family, they don't want to believe you're the bad person in the room. Okay? Kahit na gaano gusto mong ibigay na tulong, pag iba yung pananaw nila sa buhay, ikaw yung masamang tao sa buhay nila. Okay? Kasi hindi ikaw yung mahal nila. Hindi ikaw yung katabi nila sa kama, iba yung pananaw nila sa buhay. No? Nakatingin si Jelay sa akin kasi dati pinag-awayan namin ni Madam yan, no? Kasi tinutulungan namin siya, di ba? Sinasabi namin yung tamang advice, pero ang mahal niya yung asawa niya. So, nilalagdag niya kami sa asawa niya. Lahat ng binigay namin payo, alam mo ba, sweetheart, ito yung sabi ni Sir Tom. Alam mo ba, sweetheart, ito yung sabi ni Madam Kim. So sabi ng isa, gago talaga yung mag-asawang yan ha. Salod yan sa relasyon nila. Ba't tayo pinaghihiwalay, di ba? Pag ko na-continue yung story, maging Melanie show to. Okay, so, we have a lot of wisdom, here up on stage. 113 million worth of wisdom. So, anybody in the audience who want a question, please approach the mic and we will listen to your question. Sino po yung gusto magtanong? Lapit lang po sa mikropono. Ayun na, meron na po dito. Yes. Introduce yourself and tell what is your rank, what is your former profession, what team do you belong to, then you can ask your question. Makanta ka?
I fantastic morning, and to our top 3 distributors. Ang galing ko lang yung kaba.
Kumusta kayo? May coffee din.
By the way, ako po pala si Shad, isa sa mga builders and also relatively new sa Art Club awardees. And upline po ni Upline Alex and Upline Ken and Upline Aspen. May question po ako.
Only question yung tata.
Hindi po, this is actually a general question for all our presidential directors, but most importantly, our top 3 might be the most suitable to answer my question. Actually, Tagalog. Ano po yung maling prinsipyo, paniniwala, or pananaw ang binakod nyo noong nagsisimula kayo na may pinakamalaking naitulong para marating ang success nyo ngayon?
Very good question. In English, he was asking what is the principle or belief in life that you changed early on when you joined iFirm that contributed to your success? So, our three esteemed panelists. You can answer in English, Tagalog, Chinese, or Spanish. Muna ng mic si Jesse. Go ahead.
Siguro sir yung isa sa mga nabago sa akin, pananaw, no, and sa atin siguro, no, ng mga, sa amin po na mga top 3. No, sa akin sir kasi nabasag yung yung mga limiting belief ko po. No, na for the longest time, yun yung nag-hold back sa akin na matagal ko nang gustong yumaman sa, syempre no, sa industry lagi naman sinasabi na yayaman tayo. Pero I've tried so many companies pero hindi talaga siya nangyayari. No, until yun po, no, dito sa iFern, ang isa sa mga nabasag na prinsipyo sa akin yung mga iniisip ko na mga limiting belief talaga. No, and yun, sa amin sir, no, na normal na tao, parang mahirap din po talaga lunukin sa amin nung start yung mga pagbili ng mga luxury, no, pagkakaroon ng mga magagandang sasakyan. No, parang sa amin po, no, sa akin before, parang magkaroon lang ng isang kotse, no, na magagamit mo pag network, no, okay na po. No, pag meron ka naman, okay naman yung yung relo mo, parang okay na naman yun, nakabihis naman na maayos, okay na naman yun. So, yun po, no, isa sa mga prinsipyo, sir, na natuwa ako, no, actually, ako po yung parang sobrang na-excite ako, sir, nung nag-Europe tayo nila madam. No, na first time na pina-experience niyo po sa akin, sir, na dinala niyo ako sa VIP room ng Hermes na sabi nung SA doon, yung sino yung nakakapasok ko lang doon, na parang baliw na baliw ako na parang sa akin is, ako na pala to, totoo na pala to, nangyayari na pala to. Tapos, babalik ulit yung, hindi, masyadong mahal. Masyadong mahal kasi sir, di ba, nakakashock yung tsinelas po na binili natin, parang 400,000 yung tsinelas na kinuha po natin doon. Sabi ko, tsinelas 400,000, parang sobrang nagpapalpitate talaga ako. Sabi ko kayo madami ng beses, totoo ba, 400,000 yung yung tsinelas. So yun po, kasama pa natin si Pinky, no, kami nila Pinky, parang paulit-ulit kami ng tanong noon. So yun sir, nung nakita ko yun and nakakasama ko kayo na mag-travel international and nai-introduce ako sir dun sa mga brands and dun sa mga pinapakilala niyo sa amin na sobrang foreign talaga sa amin, no, na talagang pangmayayaman na. So doon doon ako parang nabasag na sige nga, subukan ko nga. No, na subukan ko nga na bumili ng 100,000 na bag na parang hirap-hirap kong ilabas sa bulsa tapos parang hirap-hirap isipin na bakit kailangan pang bumili. No, natatandaan ko nung Australia tayo, sir, parang sobrang excited ako. Nag-ipon talaga ako ng pera. Sabi ko, sir, bibili ako ng ng LV na bag sa Australia. Tapos, yung iniipon ko, akala ko marami na siya, parang mga nasa 80,000. Tapos yung bag na nandoon, nasa 100,000, sabi ko, parang, ay, hindi pala kasha. Akala ko, kasha na siya. So, at din sabi ni sir, yan na yun, di ba sir, nagpa-check ako sa inyo. Sir, ano ba yung pwede? Pagtingin namin, parang nasa almost 100,000 siya. So, hindi kaya. So, sobrang kaba ko nun, sir. And sabi niyo, sige lang, Desi, yan na, bilhin mo na siya. So, nung binili po natin siya, no, yun na yung pag-uwi ko ng Pilipinas, basag na yung mindset ko na, shit, kaya ko parang bumili ng ganito kalaki, no, na dati, hindi ko kayang gawin. No, so, isa Because nakikita ka talaga ng tao na pag tinignan ka pa lang, simula ulo hanggang paa, kahit hindi ka na po magsalita, tapos na yung laban. And yun, mas pinadali no, yung mga ginagawa natin. Kung nagpipresent tayo, nag-RBA ng 1 hour, kapag may kasama na, hindi naman siya pamiyabang, pero pag nakita nila na nakikita na may pagbabago sa'yo, 30 minutes, 15 minutes, minsan kahit hindi ka pa nagsasalita, no, na tatapos mo na, no, pay in na agad. So, yun po, no, yung paniniwala na dating hindi kayang bumili ng mga bagay na mamahalin, no, because of IFER, no, talagang kayang-kaya pala talaga siya.
Thank you, Des. No, namin pumapalakpak. So to translate in English, no, one of the big limiting beliefs that Des changed is the purchase of luxury goods. Because before she thought that she cannot afford these expensive things, and when we did I Fly Australia, no, she saved up 80,000 pesos in order to buy a Louis Vuitton bag in Australia. And when she got to the store, the cheapest one was 100,000. Okay, so the 80,000 she saved wasn't even enough. And then she asked me about it, and I said, no, go ahead and buy it. You know, you deserve that. So when she came back to the Philippines, no, she realized that now I can afford to buy these expensive things. And then when we went to I Fly Europe, no, together, it was Switzerland. No, we visited the head office of DSM. Then we went to Germany to see the factory, and then we went to Paris. Okay, so we went to these 3 countries in Europe, and together with us, no, she mentioned the mother of Chano Nones, Pinky Nones, was in the trip with us, and you know, she's so fortunate she experienced this because it was her first time to ride in an airplane. Okay, she has never traveled in an airplane in the Philippines. Flying to Europe was her first time to ride an airplane. Okay, and it was about a 21-hour trip. Okay, so I said, oh, you're going to have the time of your life. Your first time is flying to Europe. And I believe we stopped in Japan. Tama ba? I'm not sure if that was the trip, no? I think we stopped in Japan. I think we used Japan Airlines and we stopped in Japan before flying to Europe. Anyway, so when we went to Europe, Des, you know, consciously made the decision that she wanted to travel with me and Madame when we went into the Hermes store. And inside the Hermes store, Madame bought a 400,000 ladies slipper. 400,000 is made of Himalaya alligator leather. And because of that, we were gained entry into the VIP room, which only, you know, top VIPs are allowed to enter. And inside, she purchased a bag worth 3 million pesos. So earlier, I was trying to look for my phone for the picture. Later, when I see it, I will ask them to flash. So with the purchase of these expensive things, the business of Des changed also. Because when she arrives in a meeting, in an RBA, and the people see how she's dressed. Now people see the bag she's carrying, the watch she's wearing. Instead of speaking for an hour, she just only speak for 30 minutes. Sometimes even she hasn't begun to speak at all. The people want to pay already because they see the change in her. They know her from before and she's so different now. So he said, whatever is your business, I'm ready to pay because I want to change just like you have changed. Okay? So thank you very much, Des. So we asked the same question to Alex, no? What are the beliefs or the principles that have changed, no, since you joined IFER?
Sir, thank you, Chad. Actually, I will answer that immediately. Quickly pala. Nagkakamali ako. Quickly. Ano tamang adverb? And I will answer that quickly. One belief that I actually changed, and I am affirmative, part of being successful here in IFER. When we were in our previous company, we were only had a single account. But here in IFER, when it was presented to us, actually, I paid in only for one account. And credit to my wife, Lacerna Asuncion, she was the one who pushed me, no, go for the multiple. Go for premium. Okay. And eventually, we then realized we are not getting any younger. Now, if we are actually going to have a business and we would like to foster it, blossom it, or flourish, should I say, in a short period of time, and while we are in the peak of our what do you call this? Our energy or vitality, that we could still enjoy the things. I think having a multiple account is something that you should be doing as of this moment for those people who weren't able to be part of iPhone distributors, but also for those people who only has a single account. It's the perfect time, it's high time for you to have a multiple accounts and have an additional account for your family members. Again, our mantra was like we are not getting any younger, and as much as we would like to really enjoy life, but at the same time to really have that kind of wealth. So I hope I was able to address your address our chat. Having a multiple sources of income is also tantamount to having a multiple accounts here in iPhone.
So, yung sinabi ni Alex, no, align dun sa sinasabi ni Cecil Lances kanina, no? Yung family package. Because if you have a bigger investment, no, mas malaki yung pinuhunan mo, mas bibigyan mo siya ng oras, no? Mas seseryosohin mo siya. Tapos syempre sa iPhone, yung multiple accounts is multiple sources of income. Kung ang ordinaryong negosyo, no, kumikita yung turo-turo mo, magbukas ka ng pangalawa, bukas ka ng pangatlo, so additional investment yun kasi yung isang turo-turo, ganito lang karami yung tao nakakain, magbukas ka ng pangalawa, yung isa katapat ng eskwelahan, yung isa katapat ng hospital, yung isa katapat ng presinto, di ba? So iba-iba yung binuksan mo, tatlo yung pagkakakitaan mo. Sa iPhone ganun din, magdagdag ka ng account, iba-iba din yung pagkakakitaan mo. Tama? Kasi pagka isa lang account mo, isa na yung pagkakakitaan mo. Magdagdag ka ng account, mas marami ng pagkakakitaan. No? So having multiple account is the same as having multiple sources of income. So kailangan tingnan mo si iPhone differently. You need to think of iPhone differently. Don't say na, oh, I have one account, iPhone is my business, that is enough. No? Because when you have more accounts, then you have more chances, no, or more accounts to earn from. Okay? So, Zack, same question.
Yun. May gusto ko i-share. Kasi kung titignan naman graph, pinapakita palagi. Noong unang taon ko, parang 300,000 lang ang kinita ko. Noong second year ko, mga 1 million. Pero noong third year ko, 11 million. What changed? So nung naintindihan ko to, nagbago pananaw ko, nagbago income ko. So, na-realize ko, tama talaga si Sir Tony. Nung sinunod ko siya, tsaka ako naintindihan. Malinaw ba? Bago ko maintindihan, sinunod ko muna si Sir Tony. Because yung experience ang nagbigay sa akin ng teachings. At bago mo ma-experience yun, sinunod ko si Sir Tony. Ano yun? Naintindihan ko na yung, ako kasi bilang Pilipino, Ilocano tatay ko, iba Ilocano daw, sabi, matipid. Yan, sabi ni Alex Kuripot, yun ang pagkakilala eh, si fundamental term, matipid. Okay? So, ako, bilang pinalaking Pilipino, ang paniniwala ko, yung lumang kasabihan na pagka, alam yun, yung kumot daw is maliit, matutong maluktot. Tama? So, mas focus ako sa mawawala kaysa sa papasok. Nung na-realize ko, baliktad pala dapat. Mas focus ako sa papasok kaysa sa mawawala. Yun yung pinakamalaking pina-realize sa akin ni Sir Tom, kaya ko yumaman. Bigyan kita ng sample. Ano yun? Okay, loan ako ng kotse. Pwede dalawang focus. Unang focus ay, yung interest niya, dodoble yung halaga. Sayang naman yung interest. Hintayin ko na lang magkakash ako bago ko bumili ng kotse. Ayun ang typical mindset, sayang yung interest. O sabihin mo na yung interest, dodoble na yung kotse. From 500,000, naging 1 million na yung binayad ko. Tama? After 5 years. Pero, nakamit mo siya sa negosyo, ang bumalik naman 10 million. Ano ba talaga ang totoong nawala? Yung interest na 5 years o yung hawak mo na ngayon, nag-try mo na, ikutan mo na lahat ng pwede mong ikutan? Kumikita ka na ng milyon isang buwan o yung 500,000 interest? So sanay ako sa magtipid. Kaysa gumastos, ako na lang. Ay, kotse madumi. Sige, ako na lang lilinis na sa'yo. 200 din yun eh. Eh, baon pa naman ako sa utang that time. Oh, mali. Bakit? Yung oras sana, di ba? Na pinanlinis ko ng kotse, 2 oras. Pinipid ko yung 200. Eh, kung nakapag-close sana ako ng isang account, eh, 1.6 yun. Ano ba talaga mas malaki na wala? Yung 200, yung 1.6. Tama? Oh. Kesa ako, maglinis sa bahay namin, magluto. Tama? Oh. Tinipid ko sana. Yung katulong, namamahalan ako sa chismis kasi 5,000 lang, eh ang hirap humanap ng 5,000. Sabi ni Sir Tom dati, pasweldo ako 20 minutes, sigurado bukas may katulong ako. Oh. Anong mas malaki na wala? Yung nagsampay ako, naglaba ako, nagmapa ako ng floor. O nagpasweldo na lang sana ako ng 20,000. At yung pinang-map ko ng floor na oras, yung pinanlinis ko ng salamin, yung pinanghugas ko ng plato, dumating sana yung 100,000. Kesa inuubos ko yung oras ko, dun sa sana magtitipid ako. Another sample. Okay. Araw-araw bukas lahat ng ilaw sa bahay pag tumili mo. Ang bill ko last week, 35,000 sa Valle Verde. Sa grabe. Bakit naman gano'n? Eh, minadali ko yung yung mga gumagawa eh. Sabi ko, gumamit ng power tools. Kailangan ko na magamit agad-agad yung bahay. Sabi, mahal sa kuryente yun. Eh, wala akong pakialam sa kuryente. 35,000, yes. Yung dati kong bilip, mahal yun. Pero sa bago kong bilip, yung 35,000, ikagawa ko ng 3.5 million yun. Yung singsing ko, 7 million. Oo. Sample. Oo. Benta ko na yung 5 million, bayaran mo ko. Basta yung 5 million, gagawin ko 20 million. So, sa akin, yung pinakamalaki na basag, yung sobra kong focus dati sa mawawala, kaysa dun sa papalik na sobrang laki. Na kaysa tinitipid ko yung buhay ko, diba doon ako na-focus, pag tinitipid, ako ako money. So, may sending na signal to the universe, ako money. Oo, kaysa may attracting a lot of money. Kaya sobra akong pasalamat kaysa Tom, yung maintindihan ko yun, ay grabe. Sabi ko, kunin ko na lahat yan. Diba? Interesan mo na. Wala akong doblehin mo pa. Oo, bigay mo sa akin. Ipanghahakaw eh. Diba? Yung dobling interest mo, papalik sa akin, times billing ko pa. Sabi siya to, thank you very much.
Okay. So I will try to remember and translate everything. So Zack was saying, that the big limiting belief for him, is the way he uses money. So example, people don't want to pay interest rates. Okay, but there's a question, do I buy a Mercedes right now, taking a loan out from the bank paying interest, or do I wait until I earn enough money to buy the Mercedes? Okay, if you want to save interest, then you need to wait 5 years to save up the money before you buy the Mercedes. But if you're willing to pay interest, you make a down payment, pay the bank interest for the next 5 years, but on month number 1, you're already driving a Mercedes. Okay, and then you go around talking to people, they see you in a Mercedes, then they start paying you money, then all of the interest payment, you would have earned back. Because you're already driving the car for 5 years, instead of waiting 5 years until buying the car. Okay, now that he has moved to a big house, which you will visit very soon, now that he has moved to a new house, the electricity bill is 35,000. Okay, 35,000 is the minimum wage for 3 or 4 employees in the Philippines, or maybe the salary of a manager. Okay, so instead of worrying about the 35,000 a month electricity bill and turning off all of the lights, he is now happy to pay this 35,000 a month electricity bill because of the number of members and leaders coming to visit his house and being inspired and motivated to work harder because they want a house like Zack with the many lights also. Okay? And then his final example is wearing a 7-carat ring. Okay, 7-carat diamond ring. Of course, it's very expensive, no? But paying for the ring helps him to get a lot of payings. Okay, when you wear branded things, luxury things, expensive things, people look at you as a successful person. When they see you as a successful person, then they open their wallets. They're very willing to have their credit card and swipe any number of business accounts to join your business. Okay? Did I translate correctly, Zach? Okay, all three naka-answer na, no? So, any other people want to have a question from our top 3? Yes, we have somebody here. Okay, please introduce yourself and then you can ask your question.
Good morning, Mr. Tom, Zack, Des, Alex. My name is Mario Perez from Tacloban under Team Pinocosong from Efren and J. Garcia. This is not actually a question. Hindi lang po sana ako ng advice and suggestion with my current situation. So ako po ay isang graduating student taking marketing 4th year college, and at the same time with the network 1 month doing iFern, and I am torn between my journey and graduating process, and in the momentum of building my team, which is team is highlighting or suggestion, magandang motivation to help me decide ano po ang pinakamagandang gawin. Salamat po.
Okay. May rank ka na ba? What is your rank? Rank, builder, associate,
Bago lang po.
bago lang po. How many accounts? 3, premium.
Yes, po.
May kinita ka na ba? Have you earned anything already? Kumita ka na ba?
27,600 pesos.
27,000 na yung kinita mo.
Opo.
Magkano yung in-invest mo to get the premium?
28,000.
So bumalik na yung pera mo.
Opo.
Nabenta mo yung mga produkto.
Opo.
Okay, so bumalik na, kumita ka na.
Opo.
Okay, so how many months ka pa sa college? One more semester? 2 semesters?
Second semester na po this college.
Ha?
Second semester.
Second semester.
This 4th year.
4th year ka na. So
Opo.
when you finish second semester, graduate ka na ba o may 5th year pa yan?
Graduate ako.
Graduate ka na. So last semester mo na to.
Yeah, last
Bayad na
semester.
yung tuition mo?
Opo.
Bayad na yung tuition mo. So you have classes on Monday.
Opo.
May classes ka. Okay. Ano yung school schedule mo?
400 hours.
No. I mean, OJT ka na ba ngayon?
Opo.
Okay, hindi ba pwedeng iPhone yung OJT mo? Ako may perma. Gusto ko 1,600 hours. May HR department na rin. Ako may perma nung OJT iPhone. Tapos mag-network ka na. Hindi mo kailangan magtrabaho sa akin. Kung baga dokumento lang kailangan mo OJT, di ba? You need a document stating that you're doing on-the-job training. So your on-the-job training in iFern. Okay, our HR department will pay for your own, will sign your document, then you can do your iFern business. Diba? Kasi at the end of the day, you're studying because you want to earn money, right?
Opo.
O in iFern, you're already earning money.
Yes po.
Oh. So, kung OJT ka na, wala nang problema. OJT ka na, you don't need to go to school, right? OJT na eh. Does that answer your question?
Opo.
Okay, so next question. Kahit na ba kayong gusto mong sabihin? Hindi na tayo wala na din. Nasagot mo na eh. Okay, so our HR department will take care of your documents. Okay? So you are IFAN employee doing OJT assigned in Tacloban. And your job is to network. Your job is to grow the IFAN business in Tacloban. I will sign when you have mini pay-in. I will sign when you rank advance. I will sign when you join the car club. Okay, so next question. Yes, go ahead. Go to the mic. And get introduce yourself also.
Good morning po.
Morning.
Yung member po ako under my mother's account.
Anong team po kayo? Anong team si Mother?
Hindi ko actually alam eh.
Sabi natin ni Mother. Alam mo ni Mother?
Under po yung mamela niya.
Okay, sige. Ano po kayo kung kayo congressman? Anong trabaho niyo po?
I was a former OFW,
Okay. What is your job as an OFW?
design engineer, methods engineer sa isang project.
Okay.
construction.
Okay. When was the last time you were abroad?
I was in Denmark for almost 3 years.
Okay. And kailan kayo bumalik ng Pilipinas?
Nitong April lang.
This year lang. Last year.
Last year.
Last year. So ano po trabaho niyo pag uwi niyo ng Pilipinas?
Pagbalik ko po rito, I was hired as design engineer sa isang formworks company.
Okay.
International company po siya, Doka. And I'm very skeptic sa mga ganitong
Yes, of course.
business.
Definitely.
And because as OFW, I'm earning 6 figures.
Okay. Ano yung 6 figure? 1 million ba to?
Hindi po, 7 figures po yun eh.
Oo. Kaya nga. So ano yung 6 figure mo? Magkano po?
Well, approximately 300,000.
Okay. So malaki-laki.
Less the tax. Kasi
Okay. So ano natitira after the tax?
approximately po, 180,000.
Okay. Ay, laki naman ng tax mo. From 300,000, 180 na lang natitira.
Yes po.
Okay, buti sa IFAR, 10% na yung tax. Hanggang 300,000 sa IFAR, 270 take home mo, hindi 180. Okay, sige sir, go ahead. Tuloy nyo.
My mom is traveling next week, going back to Canada, and she will start a business there.
Okay.
May kapatid din po ako nasa Canada na under her account, and they're planning to do the business there. I don't know if that is possible. And knowing that products from the Philippines, or if our products is internationally manufactured, am I right?
Our products are, all the raw materials are imported, but they're assembled in the Philippines.
Okay. The question is, how do we manage yung mindset ng mga puti o ibang bansa na from the Philippines products is mababang klase?
Yes. You know, that's very natural. I have an uncle in Canada, no? And I have several cousins in Canada kasi our family uso yung nakikidnap sa aming magpipinsan. So every time a cousin is kidnapped, you know, they would be sent to Canada to recover. Kasi syempre trauma pag nakidnap ka. Yan yung ano, ang problema ng mahirap walang makain. Ang problema ng mayayaman, ransom. Okay? So I have several relatives in Canada and I've sent products to Canada. Very difficult. Okay? Very difficult to send products in Canada. I sent for coffee and they slash, no, the box. Lahat ng sachet butas. No, bastos sila. No, bastos sila. So, if you want to do the business in Canada, definitely the first step is to register the product. Okay? It's not about what country it comes from, it's just about being able to register the product. If you're serious in doing the business in Canada, the first step is to register. No, register the products. But kayo, Philippine-based na po kayo ngayon, di ba?
Yes po.
Nag-attend po kayo kagabi?
Unfortunately,
Okay. So sila mother naka-attend po kagabi?
because we have a...
No, I was asking sila mother naka-attend po kagabi? Hindi rin?
We have a family gathering.
Yeah, it's okay. I'm just asking kung naka-attend or hindi. So So hindi naka-attend po. Okay, so unfortunately you were not able to attend, no? Kasi kung skeptic po kayo, sana kagabi kung nanood kayo, baka nasagot yung mga katanungan ninyo.
Yeah,
No?
that's why, tumayo ako dito at tanong.
Yes.
Kasi, at the end of ganitong mga business, pupunta ka minsan sa mga scams. So,
Yes. 10 years na po kaming scam. We just celebrate the 10th year anniversary of being a scam company.
kaya nga gusto ko matanggal yung skepticism na yun.
Yes.
And knowing kahit may products pa at the end of ang kuhan, parang nawawala din. So,
Yes. Sir, you're an engineer, no?
Yes.
But obviously very smart person, you know, just to become an engineer. And you need to have your engineering exams, no, to get your title. Google, no? Simple Google lang, no? You Google Tommanny, you Google Ferndi, you Google DSM, you Google Quality, you Google World Branding Awards, no? There are only a handful of companies in the Philippines with the World Branding Awards. No? SM being one of them. Kaya namin nakilala si SM President Stephen Tan because we met in London when two companies got the World Branding Awards, SM Supermalls and Ferncy. No? The ambassador of London introduced me and my wife, si Madam Kim, to Stephen Tan. Sabi niya, oh, you're two companies from the Philippines. We were in Kensington Palace, London, England. And he said, I'm so happy to see Filipino companies being awarded here in London. And let me introduce to you the president of SM, Stephen Tan. Okay, right now, he's head of 82 shopping malls in the Philippines. And he's one of the best friends of my wife. No? So, kung magre-research po tayo, no, it's easy to prove that we are not a scam. No? Ferncy is the only vitamin C in the world with the World Branding Awards. Fern D is the only vitamin D in the world with the World Branding Awards. Our biggest corporate partner is DSM. No, DSM is the supplier of all the manufacturer, all the pharmaceutical companies in the world. If you will go to the DSM website, you will see Fern C, you will see Fern D. Okay. Last night we just formalized the tie-up with Samsung Philippines, one of the biggest companies in the world. We have a tie-up with Samsung. We also formalized yesterday. We bought 100, actually as of this point, we have already purchased 140 million pesos worth of Ruta shares, and we are on our way to becoming a 15% owner of Rutas Group, and I will be the newest board member of Rutas Corporation. So, kung credibility po, sir, mabilis lang po i-check, no? Yung Ferncy po, we have a global partner called Stada, one of the largest companies in Germany. That is our global partner for Ferncy. Lahat po kayang makita sa Google. And if you were there last night, sayang wala po kayo. 500 po yung umakyat ng stage. Yung number 500 po, 350,000 yung kinita last year. Yung number 3, no, si Alex, 27 million, si Des, 31 million, si Zack, 56 million, and we have about 4,000 people last night. No? So, tapos nag-10th anniversary na po si Ivern. And before that, no, kung nandun po kayo, you would have heard Richard Lim and Tadio Soronda. 18 years na po, partner po namin, panahon pa po ng Ferncy, from 2005 all the way to 2023. Sir, siguro para mabilis kong masagot yung question ninyo, we have a same-day edit of last night's event, no? 3.5 minutes lang. At least para sa mga hindi nakadalo po kagabi, the people who were not able to go last night, we have a 3.5 minute video to show you. So, palabas po natin, Roel. And then, sir, take a seat after nung video. Kung meron pa kayong tanong, sagutin ko pa po ulit. Thank you, sir. Ganda ba yun? Okay, this is not the final version, but we will send it to you, no, so that you can post it already. No, that's not the final version. That's just the first draft. Sir, let's continue your question po.
Yun nga po, tulad nga po na sabi nyo kanina, magdala kayo ng mga samples sa Canada.
Yes.
And sa immigration pa lang, dahil sa sobrang
Actually, nag-immigration, inano ko siya, pinadala ko siya by FedEx.
Kaya,
Yung inspection sa customs, binuksan po nila lahat.
di ganun kadali magpadala ng multo-multo
Yes,
mga products.
yes.
So, it will be confiscated.
Yeah, that's why the first step that we need to do is, kayo yung Canadian, no, you need to know what is the law in Canada.
Yeah.
Example, if you're allowed to bring personal use, no, ng vitamins, then you need to have doctors. Marami naman tayong doctors dito. They need to prescribe that this is your vitamins for personal consumption for 12 months. Example, every year kayo umuwi. So then you can bring back, no, 12 months worth of vitamins, no, for personal use. Yun yung kaya niyong dalhin if you want to be safe from confiscation. No?
Let's say, may nakuhang invites and decided to take yung pinaka-best package.
Tama.
How can we do it?
Kaya nga sinasabi ko sa inyo, the first step is registration.
Yes, I understand
Okay.
yan. Pero may assistance po ba si
Anong type of assistance yung question po ninyo?
Mga international arrangement.
Well, kayo po yung taga-Canada. So example, we are registered in Bahrain. And one of the most difficult Middle East countries to register, we are only the second vitamin D registered in Bahrain. No, and it took us 3 years in order to register it. So right now in Dubai, no, last night nag-announce po ako, we finally got the license, no, to operate legally in Dubai. So the iPhone will go where the network goes. No, example, kanina nagsisharing si Telma, she was saying she have a Millionaires Club member already in Dubai. Kahit na hindi pa registered sa Dubai si iPhone. No, anong ginawa nila? Every time they travel to Dubai, they smuggle, no, or they bring the package into their luggage. Tapos, they talk with courier companies na kayang magparating ng products sa Dubai. So, even if it's not registered, they were able to find ways. Pilipino po tayo, pinakamagaling si Pilipino gumawa ng paraan. Kung kaya makarating ng bagoong sa Canada, kung kaya makarating ng tuyo sa Canada, no, kaya po makarating ng vitamina na ang raw material sa Switzerland po galing. Tama? Kung gusto po, may paraan. Pag naghahanap ng rason para wag ituloy, marami rin rason. Okay? So, kayo po, no, as an engineer working in the Philippines, if you're earning 100,000 a month as an engineer here in the Philippines, yung welder po na umakyat dito kanina, no, 500 pesos a day. Ngayon, 1.5 million a month sa Valle Verde subdivision na katira. So this business is for anybody, no? Mataas yung narating, walang narating, no? Maliit lang yung puhunan kasi, first time po kayo, no? Hindi ako sa nagyayabang, but I always tell this, no, right now I'm wearing an 18 million peso watch. Zack Lopez, 6.5 years in iPhone, 14 million peso yung relo na suot niya. Si Alex, 6.5 years, 7 million peso yung relo na suot niya. Lacerna, 6.5 years, 5 million peso na relo yung suot niya. Sa labas po, yung mga kotse, pwede namin ipakita yung rehistro. Nakapangalan po sa mga leader siya. Last night, si Chano Nones, no, 18 years old, naglabas ng Jaguar, 6.5 million. Ang down payment niya po, 4 million. Siya po yung pinakabata na nagkaroon ng car loan sa history ng banking industry ng Pilipinas. Okay? Definitely, this business pwede kahit kanino. No? Marami din po tayong engineer dito. Mamaya, lapitan niyo po. Yung mga engineer dito, magtaas po ng kamay para kausapin niyo yung kapwa ninyo yung engineer. Tayo po yung mga engineer na nandito. Okay, yung mga engineer. Si Cecil, engineer yan. Mga engineer rin po. Sino ba yung mga engineer? Tingin po kayo sa paligid nyo. Marami pong engineer dito hanggang doon sa likod. Marami pong engineer. So yung mga kapwa engineer, niliin mo natin si Sir Mania kasi syempre, iba mag-isip ang CPA, iba mag-isip ang engineer, iba mag-isip ang doktor, iba mag-isip ang nurse, iba rin mag-isip ang negosyante. Okay? So definitely yung mga question niyo po, kaya sagutin ng mga kapwa ninyong engineer. Kasi kung duda po kayo, I'm sure duda rin po sila nung nag-umpisa po sila dito. Okay? And I'm sure, marami din sa kanila, nanay nilang nagbitbit kaya wala lang silang choice kaya sumama sila. Okay? Sana nasagot mo yung katanungan niyo, sir. No? Maybe later the engineers will be able to answer your question. Have I answered your question, sir? Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, so any more questions for our top earners? Yes. Gusto mo rin mag-OJT sa iWork? Mga sugante. Go ahead.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Hi, fantastic morning, everyone. So, can I just okay? I just want to ask insights po regarding focusing on studies or focusing IFER. Kasi po, it's a struggle for me right now because, di ba po, our mindset as Filipinos, Sir Tom always mentions this na we study para makatrabaho, not para magkaroon ng income or magkaroon ng negosyo, ganyan. So, by the way, I'm a team builder na in IFER and my accumulated income is already 600 plus. I was registered last year. So,
What is your background?
I'm a student. I'm a grade 11 student.
How old are you?
I'm 17 years old.
17 years old, grade 11. Team builder earned 600,000. Okay, continue.
So, yes po, Sir Tom. Kasi, of course, my parents are helping me in this business. But, as for me, gusto ko pang mag-focus. But, I have my studies, diba? So, I don't know how to, like...
To resign from your studies?
Kasi po iba talaga yung mindset and nasanay ako na I'm really an achiever and I really focus on my studies. So it's hard to parang ilunok na parang I'll just dedicate 50% of my time or even 25% or what. So yes po, I just want your insights about it.
Okay, so are your parents in IFER?
Yes, they're here, Sir Tom. I'm
Okay.
Micah Bastas po.
Okay, so are your parents willing to let you focus on IFER? I mean, let me ask first, what do you want to do? Do you want to continue studying or do you want to do IFER? What do you want to do?
Of course, I want iFriend kasi po, I really believe in the vision of this company na gusto ko pong makatulong talaga sa mga tao, Sir Tom.
So let me talk to your parents. Si Rizal Bastes. Yes, Rizal Bastes. Si Judge.
Yes po.
Kasama niyo ba si Judge? Si Man Bastes nandito ba? Oh, please stand up. Let me talk to your parents.
Sir Tom, actually po, this topic or like na-open po ito kasi po, my father told me na if you had the choice between focusing on IFER or focusing on your studies, isa second priority ko na lang daw po yung studies. And I was really shocked kasi po, they always tell me that do your best and okay na yan para sa amin. So, yes po.
Yeah, so my question to you is, do you want to do IFER full-time or do you want to study full-time? What is in your heart? What do you want to do?
I want iFriend po kasi.
Oh, gusto mo pala yung IFER eh. Oh, sige. So, bigyan mo na sa akin si Judge. By the way, si Judge Bastes. Please stand up. And Rizal Bastes, please stand up. Okay, so, bigyan natin yung microphone kay Mami and si Daddy. Yes, by the way, they're long-time members. Panahon pa po ng Firm C, member na po sila. But they stopped for a long time. I think I haven't seen them for 10 years. And then nagulat ako, no? Down there under Pinapusog, tama? So, Judge Vasquez, dati nung kilala kita, attorney ka pala. Ha? Tapos si Lizelle, no? One of the top leaders before of Percy, but they stopped for a long time. So, I'm happy to see na judge ka na ngayon. So, are you going to allow your daughter to stop studying and focus on Ivor?
Actually, I gave her a choice, Sir Tom. I asked her, what would you choose? Getting a summa cum laude in college or 1 million income per month in the span of, let's say, 4 years?
Yes.
So,
So, by the way, my son is summa cum laude from UP. But he's a billionaire also. Okay, so it's not a choice for him. Because he's studying and, you know, he has my money to inherit. If Judge Vasquez and Lizelle Vasquez can let you inherit 100 million, then you should finish studying high school. Tama? May mapapa-inherit ba kayo sa kanila na million sa daughter nyo?
wala pa po.
Wala po, di ba? Okay, so okay ba sa'yo na mag full-time as a IFER si daughter nyo?
Personally, I don't have a problem with that.
Okay, si mother. Si Lizelle.
It's up to her, sir.
No, tinatanong kita. Kasi yung mga it's up to her, ano na mo, patapusin yung pag-aaral mo. Okay? So, tinatanong kita, okay ba sa'yo na yung anak mo mag full-time sa IFER at tumigil mo na sa pag-aaral?
Yes, sir, Tom.
Yes,
It's up
okay.
to her.
So, does that answer your question? Both your parents said yes in front of 1,500 people. If they go home and said, you know, anak, we were lying. Then you can tell me, and I will tell the whole world that your parents are liars. And your dad is a judge, he cannot lie. He will be disbarred. Okay, so final answer na ba, Judge Vasquez? You're allowing your daughter to resign and go full-time in IFER?
I would allow her, but...
No, I'm just asking you.
Yes, I allow
Yes,
her.
okay, mother. Yes or no?
Yes, sir, Tom.
Yes, okay. So both your parents said yes. You can resign from school and go full-time in IFER. So what do you want to do?
Resign.
Sir Tom, should I finish my second sem?
When you finish second sem, what happens? Are you going to be a grade 11 graduate?
Grade, yes.
Grade 11 graduate.
But we're actually finishing our first sem pa, and
Yeah, malayo pa naman eh. So, for me, my opinion, if there's momentum in your group, okay, might as well resign and be an inspiration to many people. Because there is power in your story. Okay? My dad is a judge, no? My mother is a successful entrepreneur, no? But we found IFER and we don't want to waste time. Because there are millions of high school graduates in the Philippines. Where are they? We have two maids in the house. Both of them are 21 years old. Both of them are high school graduates. You know, one is a single mother with a 5-month-old baby. The other one is a single mother with a 1-year-old baby. Okay? They come from a family of 6. They're both high school graduates now. They're working in our house as housemates. So what is the future of a high school graduate in the Philippines? Unless you know you continue to study to become a lawyer, no, probably you become an attorney or a judge like your father after 20 years. Tama? Judge Vasquez, are you earning $1 million a month legally? Okay. How about illegally? Okay, so he's not earning $1 million a month as a judge. Then, you know, Chano known as he's 18 years old, he dropped out of high school also. He's earning $1 million a month, no? But again, let's not use him as an example because he inherited, no, the account of his mother. Let's look for, is Matthew Santisas here? Matthew, are you here? Oh, Matthew, stand up. Tell them, what did you finish? How old are you?
Kaka 20 years old ko lang po, and then grade 12 student.
Okay.
Yun lang po
Tapos,
natapos ko.
how long have you been doing IFER?
2 years na po, exactly po kahapon kasi nakita ko isang trophy ko.
2 years ka na. Sino yung mga downline mo as a high school student when you started?
Ano po, una po mga estudyante lang din, pero since tinuloy-tuloy ko po, mga naging members ko po ngayon ay teachers ko, after ng teachers ko, principal ko, after ng principal ko, supervisor nila, after
Okay,
ng
wait. Yung supervisor ng DepEd, ilan yung eskwelahan na hawak niya?
89 po, 89 po.
Okay. Downline mo,
Yes,
DepEd
po.
supervisor with the 89 schools.
Yes po.
Ilan na yung principal sa network mo? May 10 na ba?
Lagpas na po, I have already 89 lahat ng eskwelahan.
Oo.
Siguro po kalahati nun, member
Okay,
na.
so about 40
Yes po.
principals under your network.
Yes po.
What is your total accumulated income as a 20-year-old?
Sa 2 years ko po, halos sa iPhone po, umabot na po ng kulang-kulang 4 million pesos po.
4 million pesos in 2 years as a 20-year-old.
Yes po.
And what is the car you're driving right now?
I'm driving Mercedes-Benz C180 po.
How much was your down payment when you bought the Mercedes-Benz?
500,000 po.
Okay. So this was when you were still 19 years old.
Yes po.
Okay. So, back to high school student Bastes. Maika, tama? Maika. Okay, so Maika, do you want to study or do you want to become a millionaire like Matthew?
Of course, I want to become a millionaire.
Okay, so in my opinion, kasi finishing grade 11 and not finishing grade 11 is the same. But earning $1 million is different. Okay, so if you have the momentum right now, you just finished the kickoff, you just finished today with all of the announcements, all of the momentum going on your side, the power of your story is high. I'm Micah, I'm grade 11, and I stopped going to high school because my dad, a judge, and my mom, an entrepreneur, said I should resign and focus on IFERN because I can become a millionaire in IFERN faster than finishing high school. Okay, so tomorrow don't go to school.
Sir, kawawa po, may play po kami.
O di, just do the play. Do the play, and then don't go to school.
I won't enroll na po for second sem.
Hindi mo na nga tatapusin tong semester na to eh. So, again, no? My question is to you, what do you want to do? If you want to stay in school, stay in school. Tama? Kasi your dad and mom said yes, but if in your heart you want to stay in school, stay in school. Diba? Then, 3 years later, IFERN will still be here. Matthew will already be presidential director by then. He will be probably driving a Ferrari in 3 years. Okay? And you are going to be a high school graduate. Okay? The choice is yours. Kung naiinggit ka, no, sa mga magagandang bagay sa mundo, you want to have Louis Vuitton, you want to have Rolex, you want to give your parents a good life, then iPhone is the answer. But you want to be a high school student like 1 million other high school graduates this year, then go ahead, continue. Nobody's stopping you. Okay? Your parents will be happy to pin the medal on you when you graduate as a high school student. Okay? So, the decision is yours, not mine. If you want my answer, then I will tell you to stop going to school. Tama? Kasi how many high school students have I made into millionaires? Diba, Ken Carey is one. The wife, Rain Carey, is another one. Okay? Matthew Santisas is another one. Chano Nones is another one. Marami pang high school graduate na mayayaman sa IFERN. Gano'ng karami yung mahirap na high school graduate sa Pilipinas? Million. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so
So,
much.
final question. Do you have another question for our top 3? Yes.
Fantastic morning po. Sir Tom.
High school student ka din?
Yes po. Hindi po ako nakapag-college, Sir Tom.
Question ko po about sa sa network naman.
Sino ba yung totoo may tanong?
Parehas po kami
O, hindi
magkasama.
lumapit na po siya.
Actually po,
Usually kasi yung misis yung may tanong eh.
Yes,
Speaker
po.
lang yung mister. Sige,
Ano po, same tanong namin yan sa pag-network naman po. Ano po, nakausap na po namin si SPD Lionel. Kaya lang medyo confusing po kami ngayon. Kasi di ba, nabanggit po yung top 3 natin na people come and go. Which is kasama po talaga sa part ng negosyo. But yung, medyo confusing po, medyo mahina tayo eh. Kanina po yung question namin kay Upright Lionel, nasagot naman po na address yung reason, yung resolution, no? Kung kailangan po natin tanggapin na people come and go, ang dugtong po kasi noon is yung pag-duplicate ng tao na mga nagtiwala sa atin. Kasi po, hindi ko po makonsider pa rin yung sarili ko na leader.
May rank ano ba?
Yes po.
Anong rank nyo?
Team builder po.
Yung builder na si Mrs.
But few points na lang po is team builder.
Okay.
Yun po, tawag dito. Actually po, naging question ko po yun sa, hindi naman po sa inaano ko sobrang respetado po yung direct upline Ken and Rain. Madalas po po question even upline Joseph Palaruna po, engineer din. Natatanong po, yun po,
Engineer ka rin ba?
hindi po, ano po natin.
Tama, sabi mo nga high school ka pala. Sorry, si Mrs. Anong natapos ni Mrs.?
Marketing management po.
Okay, so are you working now? Where do you work?
Yes po, work from home po. Hindi ko po, nagamit ko po yung field ko for 5 years na po sa bank po. Pero ngayon po, work from home na lang po ako, direct sa US po.
Okay, ano to? Online assistant? Anong trabaho mo?
Ano po? Sorry po.
Online assistant?
Apo.
Okay. Sige. So continue. Ano yung question po ninyo?
Yung question po talaga namin, if people come and go, how can we duplicate yung mga leaders po na mga nagtiwala sa atin? Kasi po, to be honest po, yun po talaga yung hirap kami, magkasawa, mga uplines, mga grand uplines. So, talagang gusto ko po talaga kumausap ng mga SPD, mga ganun po kasi talagang paano nila nagawa pag-duplicate yung sarili, yung pag-duplicate ng leaders mo under their organization. So, doon po talaga.
Gano'n na kayo katagal sa Hyper?
1 year, 5 months.
1 year, 5 months. 6.5 years, 6.5 years, 6.5 years. Okay? But we will let them answer the question. Sinong gusto muna sumagot? Yun na yung tanong nyo, no?
Yes po, thank you.
Parang paano yung leader, no? Kasi pagka people come and go, paano yung duplication?
Yes po.
Okay, sige. Let's, anybody can answer. Hindi ba yung question sa inyo? No? Okay, go ahead. Anybody can answer.
Kaya, gandang question, no? Paano ba mag-duplicate? Ako kasi, I believe, para ma-duplicate ng isang tao, kailangan yung belief level niya lumalim. At yung excitement level niya tumaas. Okay? Apply sa value. Kasi paglabas dyan, pwedeng maraming kumontra. Nanay, tatay, kaibigan, eskwela, at trabaho. Pwede lang basagin ng basagin yung tao. Hanggang maturo at mag-quit. Ama, maraming ganun eh. Pero kasi pagka yung tao, napalalim mo yung belief level, napataas mo yung excitement level niya, eh kahit basagin sa labas siya, wala sa kanya. So, sa paano? Dali mo sa lahat ng events. Dali mo sa office. Dali mo sa warehouse. Dali mo sa mga upline mo. Dali mo, kung nasa office yung mga top earner, pakilala mo. Para unti-unti, step by step, bumabaon sa utak niya, tama, totoo to eh. At mali yung sinasabi sa labas. Sige, ito sample. Kunwari, si Upline Alex, sabihin, Upline Zack, galing ako ng Rizal. Nakakita ko tikbalang. Alam mo yung tikbalang? Oo. Ano sasabihin ko sa kanya? Bro, ano ba yung tinira mo? Mukhang high dosage yan ah. Shabu ba yan o heroin? Kasi hindi ako maniniwala. So, palagay mo, Diba? Si Alex, inasar ko ng gano'n. Dalawa pwedeng mangyari. Una, pwedeng bumaba yung moral niya. Kanina to ay maniwala sa akin ito. Tama? Pangalawa, kung talaga nakita niya yun, ipaglalaban niya ng patayan niya. Ay hindi talaga, meron talaga ito. Nakita ko talaga yung tikbalan eh. So same as with the tao sa labas. Ay, scam yan. Paano scam? Tommanny tayo namin. Alex, sikat na nito sa atin. Nasa libro, nasa magazine, nasa TV, nasa social media, nasa Google, etc. So, alam mo yun, kapatid, yung belief level niya lalim na. So, excited na siyang pumataw sa labas. Eh, nagpa-picture pa nga kung pogi-pogi talaga eh. O, di ba? Sabihin niya, "Pwedeng pangit yan." Ay, hindi, mas pangit ka. Bigyan mo lang. Huwag mo awayin, di ba? Pero meaning, yung moral ng taos, alam mo yung solid na. Hindi siya basta-basta kayang basagin sa labas. Kasi, ang tao, karaniwan to sees to believe. Eh, nakita niya, ay, totoo nga, ang duway star ng baka. Dating a welder. Ngayon, kamukha na ni Ding Dong Dantes, di ba? So, ibig sabihin, kapatid, di ba? Ibaon lang natin ang ibaon. And syempre, sobrang excited ng energy natin sa office, di ba? Sa mga events, and makausap yung mga leader dito. So, naibabaon na natin, na itataas pa natin yung energy niya, nakikip natin. Di ba? So, yun po yung para sa akin. Thank you, Lord.
Okay, thank you, Zach. So let me translate for our friends. So the question is, if leaders, no, or downlines come and go, so how can we duplicate in our network? So Zach's answer is, you need to increase the belief level. How do you increase the belief level? You need to bring them to events. You need to bring them to the office. You need to let them see the results in Ivor, the cars. You let them meet the top leaders. You let them meet the presidential directors. You let them meet the top earners. You tell them about Tommanny. You tell them he's in the Go Negosyo book. He's in the cover of magazines. You can Google him on social media. He's a Go Negosyo mentor. You know, he's popular, he's credible. And he said, "Oh, I even have a picture with Tommanny. He's so handsome." And the person replied is, "No, he's not handsome, he's ugly." "Really? You're uglier." Okay? So, see, even in Africa, they laugh at your joke. Huh? So, to increase the person's belief level is the way to duplicate, is the way to create leaders. Because when they have a high belief level, then they will fight for the business. And he have another example. He said, what if Alex went up to the mountains? No, he went to Africa and he saw a one-eyed monster. And he told Patrick, "Oh my God, I saw a one-eyed monster." And then Patrick said, "Alex, you're crazy. There is no one-eyed monster in Africa." Then you say, "What are you taking? Are you taking some cocaine, some heroin, some marijuana? How can you see this one-eyed monster? I'm born in Uganda. I haven't seen one-eyed monster." So, if somebody saw something and he believes in it, no, he said, "Patrick, you're the crazy one because I really saw it. Come with me, I will show you." It's the same when you talk about iPhone prosperity. If people don't believe you, because they cannot believe somebody can earn 56 million. They cannot believe somebody's wearing a 14 million peso watch. They cannot believe Zack Lopez is wearing a 7-carat diamond ring. Right? They cannot believe, but if you take this person with you and he see it with his own eyes, then he start to believe. Okay? So I hope that answer is clear for you, that you need to build the belief level of the people in order for you to be able to duplicate, because people who believe will fight for what they believe in. Okay? So let's get the answer from Alex, who saw the tikbalang.
Yeah, I saw the tikbalang. Actually, yung sa duplication is a skill. Alright, so transferring of a skill to another is a process. So before you transfer a skill make sure that you yourself already know how to process that skill. Example, in terms of presenting, kaya mo na ba mag-isa or throw out? Intro, mindset, company profile, products, testimony, so on and so forth. Kaya mo na ba mag-MBO, 5 fingers? Kaya mo na magkanta ng events? Kaya mo na ba mag-attend, mag-send train yung mga people? Or downline sa'yo, nag-schedule ka within a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, so on and so forth. So those are the skills that you need to master, you need to champion. If you would be able to hone that, that's the time that you are going to transfer that to your downline. And then the duplication begins.
Oh, do I need to translate that for you to understand? Huh? Oh, no need. No need. Okay. Huh? Okay. So, okay. You translate by yourself in English. No. They want to hear it in English version.
I said that duplication is a skill. Now, transferring that, make sure that you yourself was able to master it or you was able to champion it. If you would be able to do that, that's the only time that you already know how to transfer that skill to your downlines, to your networks. Many of us keep on asking, keep on looking for the best downlines, for the best leaders. But before you find that answer, make sure to answer that question to yourself. Are you the best upline to your downline? Are you the best downline to your upline? Thank you.
Just to add to what Alex said, when he said that duplication is a process, and you need to know the skill in order to duplicate. In order to have the process, you need to have the skill. And part of the skill is what Zack said. You need to increase the belief level. In order to do that, you need to bring them to the office, right? So in your case, since you cannot bring everybody to the Philippines to see the office, then they need to see your office. Okay? They need to see the pictures that you have with the people in the Philippines. They need to see your pictures with the 30 Mini Coopers, with the 30 Mercedes-Benz. They need to see your pictures with the presidential director. Same as when you travel with us to Dubai. The belief level of people in Africa increased because they saw your pictures with the $1 Million Club in Dubai, right? So now, instead of 1, you are 6, right? So we do not need to wait 1 more year in order for another group of Africans to come to the Philippines, right? We just need to discuss when is the best time that we have several big events, and then you or the rest, another set of your team members can travel so that they can see. Because if somebody says, okay, I will invest in 2 family package, but I want to see the office first, then Patrick will say, okay, you buy a ticket, then you book the hotel room. I'll guarantee you will meet Tommanny when we get to the Philippines. I guarantee also you will visit the house of Melanie, Alex, Zack Lopez, and Lacerna when you come to the Philippines, right? So I mean, as long as they're willing to spend, as long as they're willing to give the time, then we can prove to them that everything that you see on Facebook is real. Okay? So understand first what is the process for Africa. And then once you understand this process, then you can turn it into a skill that you can duplicate, and now you can create leaders in Africa, even if Philippines is very far from Africa. Okay? Clear. So that's, answer in Tagalog or English is accepted. Paano daw mag-duplicate? No? Paano daw ma-increase yung, paano mag-duplicate kung ang tao? No, come and go.
Sir, meron tayo tinatawag na we need to lead by example. So, yung sinasabi ni Alex na duplication is a process, talagang kailangan mong kailangan mong pagdaanan yung proseso para kung ano yung para lumaki yung organization. So, like for example, pag sinabing we need to lead by example, like we have new downline, di ba? So, kung meron tayong bagong downline, first process is syempre, no, tuturuan natin kung paano mag-RBA. Tama? So, pero yung isang question is, ikaw ba marunong ka na mag-RBA? Okay? So, after the RBA, tuturuan natin siya mag-NDO. And then, tatanungin ka din kita, ikaw ba marunong ka na mag-NDO? And yung other skills. No? So, first, sa akin, how to duplicate is, kailangan ikaw muna, matutunan mo lahat. No? Matutunan mo na i-present yung business, matutunan mo na ituro yung mga basic. And then, pag natutunan mo yun, meron po tayong tinatawag na yung empowerment. So, paano na siya maduduplicate, no? Start na downline mo, una, pwede mo siyang samahan kung hindi pa siya marunong. First process, no? Kayo yung magkasama, no? Maglalatag. No? So, si upline, ikaw, no, is ikaw muna lahat ang maglalatag, yung downline mo, makikinig lang. And then, second presentation, samahan mo ulit yung downline mo. Yung downline mo, bibigyan mo na ng part. And then, third process is, yung downline mo tsaka ikaw, kayo na magkasama mag-present. Yung third process is, yung downline mo is hayaan mo siya na mag-present. Para makita mo kung okay na ba siya mag-RBA, na bigay ba niya yung mga dapat niyang ibagsak. So, pag meron pa siyang kailangang i-adjust, no, tuturuan mo siya. And then eventually, gagawa mo paulit-ulit, na hindi mo namamalayan yung downline mo, marunong na siyang maglatag mag-isa. So, yung duplication, doon na po siya mag-uumpisa. No? Pero before you duplicate, no, kailangan tama ka muna. No? Sabi nga natin, kailangan tamang tao ka muna. Dapat ikaw muna, alam mo lahat. Diba? Ikaw muna, master mo yung RBA, master mo yung NDO. So, para maituro mo siya. Okay, so, kanina sinasabi natin, people come and go. Okay, so along the process ng pagduduplicate natin, kaya come and go siya, may mga tao na pag sila na yung pagpipresentan mo, ay upline, ayoko na. Kasi hindi ko talaga kayang i-present, nahihiya ako. So they quit. Okay, so along the process pa lang, nawawala na sila. Okay, so hindi siya nagduduplicate. Okay, so for you to have yung proper duplication, no, kailangan matutunan mo lahat. And then lahat na natutunan mo, yun yung ituturo mo sa downline. And i-add ko rin, no, hindi lang siya yung basta skills lang. No, ang i-duplicate mo din sa kanya, katulad ng ginawa sa amin ni Sir Tom, no, ipinasa niya sa amin yung vision niya. Yung tingin namin sa negosyo, hindi lang dito. Yung tingin namin sa negosyo na napasa ni Sir Tom sa amin, sobrang layo. No, na kahit na ano yung maramdaman namin, kahit na maraming mga discouragement sa labas, wala na yung, ang layo na ng tingin namin eh. Like yung 10 years lang, yung kahapon, grabe baliw na baliw ako doon. Kasi kung malayo na yung tingin ko before, grabe sobrang lumayo pa. So, yun minsan, aside doon sa mga tao na hindi nagstay, na nawawala, kasi hindi din nila nakikita kung gaano kalayo yung pwedeng puntahan ng negosyo nila. So, transfer of knowledge and of course, transfer of vision dun sa mga leaders natin para mag-duplicate po tayo.
Thank you very much, Des. No? Paano naman ang putang na ito Thursday? Pinagpabaho na talaga ako tonight. Alam nyo, I have a realization today. No? My Council of Presidential Directors are stupid in English. So see how hard I need to work, no? Just to for our 6 friends and how much we care about them. Okay, so the answer of this is very nice, no? She said, the first thing to the husband and wife with the question, do you know how to do the RBA? Do you and husband and wife, do you both know how to do the RBA? If yes, do you know how to do the NDO? If you both know how to do the RBA and the NDO, then you need to teach your downlines how to do the RBA. And then once they know how to do the RBA, you need to caddy with them and see and watch them do the RBA. And then later on, they need to be able to do the RBA on their own without your support. After they're able to do that, then they need to do the NDO with you, caddying them, and then later on, letting them do the NDO on their own. In the process of teaching your downlines how to do the RBA and the NDO, you will already have people stopping to do the business because they don't want to learn how to do the RBA, or they don't want to do the RBA, or they don't want to learn how to do the NDO, or they don't want to learn how to do the NDO. In that process, you will already see people going, not coming. Okay? And then, of course, there are many other levels next. And then she ended with part of what Patrick said yesterday about seeing the vision and what I said, the ability to see the impossible is having vision. They said that it was very important that Madam Kim and I were able to show the MDC, the council, about how far the vision is, so that they are no longer affected by ordinary challenges. They're no longer affected by rejections or problems because they see how far the vision is. And she also mentioned that yesterday, seeing the video of the 10 years and seeing how I talk about the 10 years already made her even more crazy about, doing the iPhone business and seeing more results for herself because the vision is so far. The same way, when I mentioned yesterday that only Millionaires Club, Multi-Millionaires Club, and $1 Million Club will be allowed by me to franchise, operating, and successful Frutas branches. Because we are not in the business of selling franchises, but we are in the business of selling the vision of sharing prosperity. And I know a lot of leaders, now especially their relatives, will say, oh, you're earning so much money, why buy a Mercedes-Benz? They should open a restaurant. Why buy a Rolex? We should open a small convenience store in Tagalog, sari-sari store. Okay? So I will answer your fucking stupid relatives. By letting you tell them, oh, by the way, I've diversified my iPhone business. I now own 10 Frutas outlets and 15 Jamaican patty stores. Right? And later on, Ling Nam, the Chinese restaurant that was purchased by the Frutas Group, they will franchise the restaurants also. Okay? They will franchise the restaurants. Just to share to you, a Jollibee, a typical Jollibee is 50 million and is run by 80 employees. One Jollibee branch, 80 employees, 50 million. A Lingham branch, 20 million, 23 employees only. Okay, so the ROI will be definitely much faster than a Jollibee. Okay, so later on, franchising the Lingham restaurant will be part of it also, but not yet. Because I want iPhone members to franchise operating and profitable franchises. Hindi ko isusugal yung pera ninyo. Pag nag-franchise kayo, sure win to. Yung pagpasok ng pera mo next month, kumikita ka na. Just the same as the iPhone business. Standard, premium package. After you join, and then you sell the contents of the products ROI ka na. Okay? So, this ends this portion of the Tonight with Tommanny. Congratulations and thank you to our top 3. But before they get off the stage, nagmumultitask ako habang nag-interview, habang nag-translate ako, nahanap ko yung picture namin sa Paris. Okay, so let's show some pictures in Paris. Yung kunikwento po ni Des. Ito po, we were in the Hermes store. No, pinakita po kay Madam yung kalahating milyon na chinelas. No?
Nasa US kasi
So, this is the three of us, no, enjoying our time shopping in Hermes. Next picture. Ayan po, si Des bought her first Hermes belt in Paris. Okay? Do you still remember magkano yung belt, no? Yeah, microphone. Okay.
There's 75,000 yung box.
Okay, so Hermes belt, no? 75,000 for the buckle. Okay, Hermes, hindi po siya nagbebenta ng buong sinturon, unlike LV. They sell the buckle and the leather belt separately. 75,000 for the buckle. How much was the leather belt? Do you remember?
Around 40,000.
40,000, no? Sa liit nung bewang ni Des, 40,000. Parang alam ko, size 13 lang to. Ako 31, siya 13. Okay, next. Okay, so ito po yung unang Hermes shoes mo ba to? Okay, this is the first Hermes shoes of Des Lacerna. This is in Paris, France. Okay? Do you remember how much is your shoes? 150, 100?
100,000.
100,000, no, for the Hermes shoes. Next picture, please. Okay, ayan na, ha? Nakatayo na si Des. Ako nagpipicture sa kanya, ako yung nasa likod. Okay? Next picture, please. Ay, may TikTok po, si Madam saka si Des, no, in front of the Hermes store. Play again. Pwedeng i-play ulit? Yan, okay. So, ano po lang, boomerang. So, next picture. No? Kasi kanina na-mention kasama si Pinky. Okay. So, Chano, where are you, Chano? Si Mother, no? This is the Louvre Museum. No? And this pyramid was designed by IMP. No? Sakto, pyramiding company po si Ivan. Legitimate pyramiding company na maraming pinayaman. Okay? Just to give a very short talk about pyramiding, all companies are pyramiding. Henry C. is on top of the SM group of companies. He owns the SM malls, which underneath at the department store, at the supermarket, at the SM cinema, they have the SMDC, the condos, they have the casinos, the resorts, there are so many companies. They have Banco de Oro, they own China Bank also. Each company has thousands of employees. All of the thousands of employees working for his companies bring income up to Henry C. After he passed away, it brings money to the SM family. iPhone is the same. We are pyramiding also. Lacerna is on top. Zack Lopez is under. Melanie Alice is under. Marvin and Kit is under. Ken and Rain, and everybody else, 300,000 active members. Once somebody becomes a member, it brings money up all the way to the top. Once somebody buys a product for 12 levels, it brings money up to the top. The big difference is 70% of the money goes to the network. 70% of the money goes to the network. Okay, the rest, 20% goes to the company for operating, for the events, for the salaries, for the warehouse, for the factory, for the expansion internationally. Okay, so it's pyramiding also. That's why the income is fast, because so many people working underneath you, but you did not invest. It's the other people who invested, but they are connected to you. Unlike in SM, every department store, the C family or Henry C, he need to put up the capital to put up every mall, every department store, every cinema, every food court, every skating rink, every condominium. It's their money going in to put up these structures, these buildings, these businesses. He pays the employees, but majority, or almost all of the profit goes to the C family. Okay, so both are pyramiding. One makes a single family rich. Unlike Ivor, unlimited number of families will be rich. Okay? So is there another picture of Pinky here? Okay, so this is Pinky. seeing the Eiffel Tower for the first and the last time. It is my dream, no, to bring Chano Nones also to the Eiffel Tower. Okay, so thank you very much, no? Our top three, come let's take the picture. Balik na po tayo sa Tonight with Tommanny cover.